What's going on, everyone, and welcome to this week's meal prep. As always, here's a quick shot of the groceries, and in the description you can find a full list of the groceries. And then here in a second I'm going to show you the meals that I prepped. Here they are, and in the description you can find a full breakdown of the meals. So the protein, carbs, fats, and total calories for each meal are in the description. And if you're wondering where I got the meal prep containers, there's a link for those in the description as well. I sell them, so check them out. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it, but let's get into it. So I'm starting off with a Southwest Chipotle red potato recipe. I've made it many times before. I'm just gonna wash the potatoes, get any dirt off them, and then I'm gonna cut them into smaller pieces. I am using the new knife set that I got, the Gladiator knives. They are really nice. If you guys cook or meal prep often, I highly recommend looking into some nice knives. They make the process so much easier. And then to season these, I'm using black pepper, some extra virgin olive oil, and Mrs. Dash Southwest Chipotle seasoning. Again, here I've said it many times, you guys can use any seasonings that you would like. This is just what I went with for this recipe. Then you're gonna mix them around, and that's basically it. Then we're gonna head to the oven to get them baking. The cook time might vary slightly, but I'm gonna bake them at 400 degrees for about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes, and that last 10 minutes I will broil them to get a nice little crisp on top. And then I'm moving on to the chicken sausages. So I have some feta and cheese, and then I have a like cherry flavored chicken sausage. A little different, but I think it's gonna be really good. And I just put some extra virgin olive oil on them because I like the way that tastes. People ask me all the time, why do you use so much extra virgin olive oil? Because I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. That was real corny. But then I'm gonna move the potatoes to the top rack, put the chicken sausages in the bottom, and bake those for about 35 to 40 minutes or so. And then for the chicken tenderloin, you want to remove that little piece of fat, or it might be a little muscle. You want to remove that because you will not be able to chew through that, it's gonna be very chewy and hard. So just cut that piece off. Then I added some extra virgin olive oil, mixed them around, and then went to my new Kaufland cookware, which is amazing. I'm gonna add them to my skillet. Then I'm gonna add some salt and some pepper. And then I will take this opportunity to once again say you guys can add whatever seasonings or flavoring you would like to your chicken. But after about 5-6 minutes or so, I'm gonna flip them. Then I'm gonna put the lid on them, cook them for another 5-6 minutes until there's no pink on the inside. And then I'm gonna put them over into a separate dish, and then I'm gonna repeat that process for the rest of my chicken. These next few clips I won't be talking over, but I'll put the recipe on the screen in the bottom left so you can see, and I'll be back. And I'm back. So now I'm going to take some extra virgin olive oil, add it to my skillet, add the whole onion, and then I'm also going to add a package of sliced mushrooms. I'm then going to add some minced garlic and stir that around, cook it for about 5-6 up to 8 minutes or so, and then I'm going to move on to the broccoli while that's cooking. Now that the onions and mushrooms are done, I'm going to add them to a large cooking pot. Now normally if you're making a smaller batch, you could probably just keep it in that skillet, but because I'm cooking such a large amount, I need to put it in my cooking pot. Then I'm going to add the entire box of the pasta. I'm going to add 3 3/4 cups of the chicken broth, the low sodium. Then I'm going to add about 3/4 teaspoon of the basil, and then I'm gonna add quite a bit of the crushed red pepper just because I like my stuff spicier, and put a lid on it, cook that for about 6 to 8 minutes. Then I'm going to add another 3/4 of the chicken broth, so the entirety of it, the rest of it, and then I'm going to add my broccoli, cook that for about 4 to 5 minutes or until the broccoli gets slightly tender. And then I'm going to add 3/4 cup of the Parmesan cheese and 3/4 cup to a cup of the milk and then some lemon juice. So you can play around with this. Next time I'll probably get more chicken broth to make it a little bit creamier. And I did the milk instead of heavy cream because it's healthier. I was tempted to use like almond milk, but I didn't know how that would come out. So I just decided to go with the 1% milk. And that will just simmer for a couple minutes. And then I'm going to finish off the prep with these frozen vegetables. I just went with the quicker route and did the frozen veggies this week and baked those at 350 for about 10 minutes. And then for packaging, I did a little over a pound of the pasta, but you have to keep in mind that it's the pasta, it's the broccoli. There's a lot of other things that go into the weight of it. And then I added about 6 to 6.5 ounces of the chicken tenderloins, and it came out to about 4 of them. For the macros, when you weigh stuff that's like mixed, like the spaghetti and the broccoli, like the macros might not come out perfect, but they will come out close. I'll just divide it by, all the ingredients and the amount of meals that I made. And I use MyFitnessPal for that. You can follow me. It's in the description. But then I'm moving on to some garlic bread, or some simple garlic bread. So I have the bread, I have this Smart Light butter, and then I have some garlic salt. And it's pretty simple, but then I'm going to bake it at 400 degrees for about 6 minutes. I'm going to broil it for 3 minutes, so a total of 6 minutes. Baked it for 3 and then broiled it for 3. And then I'm going to add 1 chicken sausage to each of these containers. I'm making 10 of these meals, and then 2 of the chicken tenderloins. And then I'm adding about 150 to 140 grams of the red potatoes. So basically what I'll do with these meals is I will have one around noon, and then I'll have another one around 3, and then the spaghetti will be my post-workout dinner. And then I added some vegetables to it, about a cup, and then here are all the meals. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave feedback. Let me know what you guys thought. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. And I'm out.